First of all, let me congratulate for organizing this international transport forum by Russian Federation, and this gives us a good opportunity to learn and share our experience. I think when it comes to Eurasian concept, it's all about multiculturalism, and it's all about shared values. So of course, then the shared future. I think it's the very DNA of Eurasia. So coming from a country in Indian Ocean, we used to, throughout the history, Sri Lanka is referred as the Pearl of Indian Ocean, because naturally also we are a connecting point. So as Sri Lanka, throughout the 2-3 millennia, we have been a connecting point, east to west, to Russia, to China, to Europe, Africa. So, and we were in the maritime Silk Route some thousands of years ago. So for us, connectivity is it's our DNA. So of course, when we talk about Russia and Sri Lanka, yes, it's far away through the land, but we have been operating very much closely in the aviation field of aviation, and Sri Lanka is ready to connect more sea routes with especially with China and this Eurasian framework. Of course, we think that especially in sea routes and aviation routes, we can definitely connect with this Eurasian framework without any delay. Of course, we have been doing this for years also, and we request from the Russian Transport Ministry to continue the flights throughout the year to Sri Lanka, because there's a big potential. And one main thing I would like to mention that Sri Lanka as a hub of connectivity in various means, I would like to mention geography only doesn't give the opportunity for to become a transport hub. Especially if we really want to become a true transport hub, we think that the other companies or other countries, they will not only look on the cranes in Colombo port or other things. I think they expect political stability, economic stability, and social stability. I think I'm speaking on behalf of my people and my government. We can assure we have established very peaceful and very stabilized economy and society in Sri Lanka. On the other hand, when this very turbulent world, because of this US war in Iran and all these things, we think that to be a hub, we cannot be a battleground for geopolitics. We must be point of convergence. So Sri Lanka has been consistently throughout its history, especially now even, we have been maintaining friendly relations with all the countries. We are not in camps. So we are ready to receive we are ready to work, we are ready to receive all the friendly nations of the world. We are ready to work with them. I think in conclusion, it's not only the geography. Okay, geography gave us the recognition, but as an island nation, but the people of Sri Lanka, we have created Sri Lanka as a stable economy, society, and harmony among the communities, as well as we are working closely with all the major and other powers of of the world, including China or India or Russia and Europe. So I think that it makes you a real connectivity or real hub. So this is what I want to insist, Excellency, that reiterating that we are ready to work with this Eurasian framework, and I think we can start from this aviation and maritime sector, and we will invest on behalf of Sri Lankan government 8 to 10 billion dollars within next 3 years for transport infrastructure. We will start 2 new ports, and we are going to invite the private companies of international companies to come and operate in one of our main airport. So we are open to work with the friendly nations who respect sovereignty, who recognize the reputation of other countries. So this is what I just want to reiterate. So I think this Eurasian framework will be not only for Russia, not only for big countries in Eurasian continent, countries like Sri Lanka also will get a lot of benefits from this Eurasian framework of transportation and everything. Thank you.